And I used to think Eminem was better than me.
So what you saying right now?
He's not. Challenge. Hey, challenge it.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? Look at me, boy. Don't you smoke crack?
Yes, sir.
Rants Reloaded. We're going to talk about this Game versus Eminem's situation. It's not even a situation. This shit is literally a delusion of grandeur. And we're going to talk about the new gimmicks that artists are doing in order to launch their new projects to gain momentum instead of how people used to do it the old-fashioned way. If you don't know who I am, my name is D-Rel. This is Rel's Rants Reloaded. If you can, like, subscribe, and share. Before we get into it, we're getting into the music. If you're a person that does music, if you make beats, if you're an artist and you got songs, there's a website called DistroKid that will distribute your music, put it on Apple, Tidal, iTunes, Spotify, and that's how you get paid for your streams. That's just one way to gain income from what you love doing regardless. And if you're a producer or you want to get into making beats and you're not with all that Fruity Loops bullshit and you like hardware, pause. There is a MPC Studio Mark II. It's only about $265. Put it on a credit card, pay for it over time, $50 a month, or buy it outright. You can start making your beats, making your songs. It's literally plug and play straight into your computer and go. With that being said, we're going to get into it. The game got, and you know what? I'm not going to, if you see the video I did prior, we was talking about Memphis Bleak. Not even Memphis Bleak. Jim Jones saying that he's better. Memphis Bleak is no competition for him. He's better off battling or doing a versus against Lloyd Banks. And I went in on him. The truth is the truth. I'm going to go in on the Game also. But the Game is different. The Game raps. He's not the best rapper. He got into a situation that most people wish they could get into. Documentary, classic album. But at the same time, if I'm fucking with 50 Cent at the height of his career and Dr. Dre while he's fucking with Eminem and 50 Cent, yeah, I'm going to have a fucking dope ass album. Not saying, you know what? I'm just going to say it. The Game is a one album wonder. He has a whole bunch of albums. He had a documentary, did that little Doctor's Advocate, One Blood shit. After that, he just came out with music and it wasn't really hitting on nothing. He makes his money. Sometimes all you need is one great classic album. I wouldn't fail if I had Dr. Dre making my beats, Kanye West, Just Blaze, Havoc, and whoever the fuck else at the time did his album, because his album is one of those things where it's like, you know what? I'm able to get whoever I need to get to make beats. So I'm going to get everybody. Timbaland. So you got your first time out. You got a goodie basket of the best producers, minus Pharrell at the time. And he even says it on the album. He didn't get a beat from Pharrell. All of these great ass producers. And pretty much he dropped so many names on that album. It was like a tribute to old school West Coast hip hop and East Coast hip hop that was relevant at the time. He has a new album called Drillmatic coming out. I think he pushed it back. I think it's supposed to be coming out on the 7th. Today's the 6th. It might be coming out in a couple of days. But just like all these artists are doing right now, older artists, the younger artists aren't doing it. They're just dropping music. They're dropping music like a YouTuber drops content. But what the older artists are doing are creating a whole bunch of controversy in order to push their product that is about to launch. And I blame this, and I say the prototype of this is Kanye West. Kanye West will do a whole bunch of goofy shit a month before he's about to drop an album. And Kanye West and The Game have been, doing a whole bunch of shit together recently, lately, this, that, and the third, remixes and all of that in the third. So I think that The Game is pretty much biting or taking a page out of Kanye West's foolishness by saying that he's better than Eminem. He could battle Eminem. He should do a versus with Eminem. At the end of the day, yeah, Eminem's the white boy. We could put that out there. Eminem raps. Eminem sits in a dark room, goes to his quiet place, makes his pen bleed. Not saying The Game doesn't do that, but he doesn't do that. He'll name drop Eazy-E and Dr. Dre, and then he gonna say stupid shit like, Kanye West has done more for me than Dr. Dre. Like, come on. You're doing shit to get a response out of people. Get your name in the conversation so that when you drop your album, which will probably be trash, or it could be good, but it makes it trash because you're going off of not the single you put out, not the video you put out, but off of the controversy that you created. So people will say, oh, he said this about Eminem in a Drink Champs interview. Let's see what he's going to say on the album to see if he tries to diss him. Back in the days, artists used to just come out with their shit. If they don't like you, they're going to say they don't like you. They're going to make their verses. They're going to do this, that, and the third. And again, I want to give a disclaimer. This shit ain't got nothing to do with personal shit. Not no gangster shit. Who's tough and who's this and who need to put respect on their name. Nah, nigga, this is rap. We talking about rap. Rap music. Not no gangster shit. We're not talking about what gang is this and what gang is that. If you dope, you dope. If you trash, you trash. That's what it is. The people, the fans, tell you what's hot and what's not. But people know how to tweak the algorithm and put themselves in the conversation. And that's what The Game is doing by pulling the, oh, I'm better than Eminem. I used to be intimidated by Eminem. Now I think I'm better than him. Let's do a versus. Nah, Eminem ain't fucking with you. And Eminem is so much on the level of not fucking with you that he won't even respond to you. Because motherfuckers know when you throwing out the bait. Niggas ain't stupid. Eminem done sold a whole bunch of music. A whole bunch of music. And when he goes on people's features, he out-rhymes the living fuck out of them. And that's not no sometimes shit. Most 99.9% of the time. Look at Renegade. He dogged Jay-Z on his own shit. It is what it is. That's The Game. Niggas brought their pen to the party. Not no controversy. Not no, we gonna talk about this nigga's baby mama and how this nigga got beat up on Slauson and Crenshaw and Slauson and shit like that. No. Niggas is bringing the fucking heat. Niggas is bringing bars, metaphors, flows, dope shit to make you go, oh. But now it has pivoted to niggas that get on camera, social media, and say some crazy shit where niggas go, oh. And then when your album come out, It's really lackluster. But you will get that little bump. You'll get that little pick me up when you drop your product because you done started all this controversy. Niggas ain't buying albums no more, so niggas is just stream your shit and be like, oh, okay. But the real money is when niggas stream your shit, like your shit, and continuously bump your shit. That is the measuring stick that these artists don't fucking realize. And some of these artists, the game has been in the game for a minute. He's a veteran. The documentary is a certified classic album. He did his representation. He represented the West Coast on his first joint perfectly. You got your West Coast albums that's going to be classics. Your Chronics, your Chronic 2001s, your Doggy Styles, your America's Most Wanteds, your Death Certificates. We can put the documentary in there, but that's when it stops. That second album, when he did that song, One Blood, yeah, that shit popped a little bit. You know, you're going to have the gang members that's going to love it because it's One Blood, blah, 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 blah. Again, this is not about no tough shit, and it is what it is. You sold to your demographic. But besides that, you done came out with a whole bunch of albums. If you go on iTunes and you type in the game and when you type in a known artist's name, it says essential albums. He only has one essential album, but he got about 8, 9, 10, 11 albums on there. Why are those not essential? Because you came in the game with beats by Dre, beats by Timberland, beats by daggone Just Blaze, beats by Kanye West. Who the fuck gonna fail with those type of beats? You could have hummed on a fucking track with those beats and still got you over. And then you had 50 Cent doing the hooks. And you had G Unit behind you. You had a machine behind you. Just like 50 Cent when he launched. He had a machine behind him. But when Eminem came out, Eminem didn't have a machine behind him. He had Dr. Dre. That's it. And he had to prove himself. And people took notice like, oh, this white boy's pretty good. Even if niggas don't want to give Eminem the respect because he's white, they won't say it in public, but they'll say it in private like, yeah, the white boy can rhyme. He brings it. I wouldn't want my name in his mouth coming out with some bars. Tell me when Eminem took a loss when he battled anybody. And the game go on Drink Champs talking about, oh, he's better than him. Oh, he's better than him. Oh, he's better. This is that industry shit of trying to rearrange what real is. It's like saying up is down and down is up, and changing the way we comprehend real shit. If you're good, you're good. If you're not, you're not. If you're going to be a rapper that says, okay, you know what? I'm about spitting bars and bringing the heat. You have to spit the bars and bring the heat. You never heard Nelly say that shit. Nelly's one of those artists where I'm an artist. I make songs for the club. But I'm not trying to be on here battling anybody. That's not his lane. But the game wants to be in that lane. He wants it both ways. You should have stayed with G Unit. That's all it really boils down to. And at the end of the day, people don't understand that this shit is business. When people leave certain affiliations, you see people don't get all of those beats that they used to get. Dre ain't fucking with you. You know Curtis ain't fucking with you. You fucked yourself up. You went for what you went for. Thought probably Dre was going to ride with you because it's West Coast, West Side. But yeah, them beats, shit start getting dry. You've been in the game long enough to make your connections and get you some beats. Probably got to pay for them. But it's not like when you had that daggone Aftermath or G Unit deal and you had a budget to get all the beats that you wanted from whoever you wanted that was hot at the moment. It is what it is. But we gonna see if Drillmatic, which is a play on words for Illmatic, this dude, He's name dropped more people than any other rapper in the history of rap, which is cool, but it's like, all right, nigga, we know that's what you're known for. Drillmatic, like, okay, what's next? Ready to drill? Reasonable drill? Life after drill? The daggone the game, the Slim Game LP? I don't know. Rels Rants Reloaded. If you can, like, subscribe, share. DistroKid, you want your music played? Hit the link in my fucking description. You want to make beats? I'm gonna have a affiliate link to get you that MPC studio. It's real inexpensive. You got your MPCs, your MPC lives, and your MPC this. Them joints about 800, 1,500, $2,000. They even got the new MPC 61. And if y'all want to donate and help me get that, I appreciate it. But until then, if you're trying to get your feet wet with making beats, or you got an artist, you want trying to create a little record label, and you want to make beats, or have, you know, people that you know want to make beats, this shit is $260 something. I told you in the last video, you go get a credit card, pay for that shit. Matter of fact, you go to get a Guitar Center credit card, pay for that shit, and pay for it over time. But you'll be able to get shit done instead of the old school ways when you had to save your money and then go to the store and buy your shit, or go to the pawn shop and get you your equipment. And that's all. I'll holler at y'all later. Rels Rants Reloaded. Like, subscribe, share. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.